Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? This is Larry with Invest and Build Your Credit and Wealth. And today we're going to be talking about how do you update delinquent accounts that are paid, but they're still showing delinquent. And we're going to talk about my favorite strategy. How do you remove collection accounts using a restrictive endorsement letter? And why do you use this letter instead of doing a pay for deletion? And when you've already disputed, you've already sent in validation letters, dispute letters to the collection companies, and they just do not want to remove it. And you want to get this removed off your credit report because it is hurting your score. We're going to talk about this very effective strategy that I've been using for years and have gotten plenty collection accounts removed. It's basically a settlement, but you're going to settle for less than what they're asking for. And it's a strategy that's definitely very effective. And I'm going to give you this strategy. So the first thing we're going to talk about is delinquent accounts. I got my little computer over here and my notes so we can go over this. So we're going to talk about delinquent accounts. But first, let me back up a little bit. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the bell for notifications. Please leave a comment. Please hit the thumbs up. You know the deal. We're trying to share this channel. This channel is all about helping you improve your credit and also helping you how to improve your financial health, educating yourself on investing in the stock market, growing your wealth. That's what it's all about. That's why this channel is called what it is. Invest and build your credit and wealth. They are linked. Poor credit score is causing you're paying out more money to lenders and people you have loans out for, and you can't take that money and invest back in yourself. But if you improve that credit, put more money back into your pocket, you'll be able to invest that money back into yourself and grow your wealth. So that's why I like to cover these two topics, because I promise you in the last 2 years, probably 3 years, just totally had changed my financial status in a tremendous way. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make a difference how much you make. I've always made really good money, but it does determine how much money you have in the bank. That's where it all comes true and really shows you the difference. So that's what we're going to talk about, but we're going to definitely start in this delinquent account. So I'm going to go over what you should do. I'm going to get very detailed, so take out your pen and paper. I also have a master dispute package that has all this information in it, has anything you possibly need to update and correct, fix, repair, restore, whatever you want to call it, your credit report. It is very effective. Have the manuals in there, Metro 2. It has everything that gives you all the information you need to improve. Any type of letter, freeze letters, it's ton. It is so big that when people purchase it, I have to send it in 2 separate emails because the folders are just so big. And as it continue to grow, it may go to 3, because as I get new information and as I update letters, I continue to add to that. All you have to do is go in the descriptions. You could go in there, email me. The reason I prefer email, because it gives me an opportunity to email. And if you have any questions, you could ask me whatever you want to ask me. Once you purchase you already have my email. Then I also give you my business credit repair phone number. You have that. So if you have a question about something, you could reach out to me, call me. I'm always willing to help people because it's so important for you to improve your credit, right? It's so important, right? So it's in the description. If you want to get into credit monitoring, you go in the description. You can go to my website, which is www.advancedloancreditservices.com. You can go to as soon as you go to my page, it'll say start here. You can get your 3 reports from Identity IQ for $19.99. So definitely go on there, pretty cheap. and you have all the information. I love this site because it has addresses, phone numbers, everything the creditors that are reporting, which is definitely very effective when you're trying to get out dispute letters and stuff like that. So if you're interested, go to my website, email me if you have questions, leave a comment if you have questions. I'm always here to help you. So let's get into it. So delinquent accounts. Again, we're talking about delinquent accounts that you may have had delinquent. You may have owed $200, $300, $100, $50. You were late 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. You eventually paid that account off. It is now showing a zero balance, but it is still reporting as a delinquent account. What happens is that when the credit bureaus get that information, they only update the balance. And they'll say, well, you have a zero balance. But when you go down and you scroll down in the payment status, you will see that it's saying that you're still late 60 days or 30 days or 90 days. I have a lot of clients when I'm going over their credit report, I'm like, why are they reporting this account delinquent? This account is no longer delinquent. They paid this account up. It is paid off. It's no longer delinquent. Delinquent is at that time. Is that account delinquent today? No, that account has a zero balance. It's paid. It's no longer delinquent. They cannot report this account being delinquent. It is affecting your credit score, right? And if you go into the summary of your credit report, where you have your open account, closed accounts, how many accounts you have derogative, how many accounts are in delinquent status, you know, how many collections you have, how many inquiries you have, all that's in your summary. And when you look at that and you say, why do they say I got 2 delinquent accounts? And you're scrolling down and you like, all my accounts are paid, and you paying attention. You say, well, this account's still saying I'm delinquent and this account is paid. So how do we attack that? So we're going to get deep and we're going to get into the Fair Credit Reporting Act, because it's important that you understand this. So when you put your dispute letter together, you put an effective dispute letter together. Don't just dispute this is an inaccurate account. Don't just do that. You need to be specific. The reason why, if it's so important and they're not correcting your credit score, and you just say, I'm just tired of them not fixing my stuff, and you want to get to a consumer lawyer, right? Those dispute letters need to be correct, because the credit bureaus are going to say, where it was really, I didn't know what they really was trying to dispute. Right. So based on these letters that we have, we didn't know what they were actually trying to dispute. So we disputed this, and this is what we came back with. Right. So you want to be exact on what you're trying to dispute. And I'm going to give you some examples, and they're going to be up. I'm going to type them up up here so you can see them. So pause the video, take notes, all that other type of stuff. We're going to cover the original creditor, and we're going to cover the collection, the credit bureaus. Okay. So the first thing, you identified this account as delinquent. You also looked at the account. It's like, okay, this account, I paid this account off. It's still showing delinquent. I need to get this account back to current status and remove that late, which will remove that indicator showing it's delinquent, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to identify who the original creditor is, and then the collection company that is reporting it. If it's only one, sometimes I have one that's doing it wrong, the other ones are right. Sometimes you have all 3 doing it wrong. So identify what credit bureau is reporting it wrong. So section 607, which is compliant procedures, and 1681E is one of the regulations that affects the credit bureaus, right? And section 611, to procedure in case of dispute accuracy, which is 1681I. So what I do for my dispute, I'm going to give you're going to have the creditor's name and the account number. And then this is what you're going to put in your dispute letter. You're going to say, please investigate this inaccurate payment status showing I am delinquent. I am not delinquent. Under section 607 compliant procedures, 1681E, and section 611, 1681I for investigation, please update this account to current. All right, I'm going to read that again. You're going to dispute. It's going to be the original creditor name, the account number. You're going to say, please investigate this inaccurate payment status showing I am delinquent. I am not delinquent under Section 607, Compliance Procedure, 1681E, and Section 611, 1681I. For investigation, please update this account to current. So you understand, you told them what the issue was, what section is showing the issue. You told them what regulation covers this, what you should be doing at the credit report, and you told them what needs to be done. Update this to current. So it's very simple when you do that. You should screen your accounts. Look at the summary. The first thing I do is always look at the summary of my credit report. That's why I like Identity IQ. It gives you a summary. And then I'll look and I say delinquencies. Okay, let me look at all these accounts. Are these accounts actually delinquent, or they just never updated them to current? And a lot of times I have clients that have 4 delinquencies, and 3 of them have been paid and they shouldn't even be showing delinquent. Sometimes I have all 4 or 5 that are showing delinquent. They're all paid. They're not delinquent, which is driving their score down. Right. So I'm going to send in a letter to the credit bureaus. I'm not finished yet. Now I'm going after the original creditor because it's their responsibility to report accurate information. So for the original creditor, you're going to go under Section 623, which is responsibility of furnisher of information to consumer reporting agency. 1681S is in Sam 2. This is what you're going to write to them. You're going to write to them, and this is why I like Identity IQ, is because it's going to have their address, everything up in there. So I'm going to write to them, and I'm going to put, my name, address, the account number, and then I'm going to put in subject, inaccurately reporting an inaccurate account on my credit report for TransUnion, Equifax, or whatever credit reporting agencies that you're doing, right? And in that letter, I'm going to write, say, you are reporting this account as a delinquent account late 60 days on my Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax credit report. Under Section 623, 1681S-2, it is your legal responsibility to report accurate information on my credit report. Please notify Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian that this account is not a delinquent account. I have also attached and circled the areas that are showing that you are reporting this account delinquent. I am keeping accurate records of our communication that shows that I am communicating with you that this account is being reported inaccurately. That's what I put. So now if I need to go after the original creditor, I have proof that I've reached out to them. I told them what the issue was. I even sent copies of how it's reported on my credit report. And I've gave them the regulations that show it is your responsibility. Now, if I need to get a consumer lawyer because you failed to report this information, now I can go after you for negligence because you are damaging my credit report. So those are the 2 areas that you should go after when you're looking at, remember, delinquent accounts that have already been paid or that are no longer delinquent. You caught them up and they're still reporting it delinquent. All right, so that's what you, please review your credit reports. A lot of people miss over that. They just look at the balance. I don't owe it no more. And they're not looking at all the different. Check out your summary. Check out your summary on just a breakdown of what's reported on your credit report. Because that same delinquent account that is showing delinquent will also show up derogatory. And sometimes when you remove that delinquency, you will remove the derogatory remark. Remember, every negative remark is going to affect your credit score, right? It's going to affect your credit score. So you want to make sure you update that information. So, again, if you have any questions on that, email me, send me a message. I am more than happy to help you. I am dedicated to help people. I know what I've lived this life, been there, done that, and we need to pass on this positive information to help people out. People are struggling out there. People are trying to pay their bills. We need to improve our financial health, and it always starts, with our credit. So just understand that it's definitely very important to do that. So now we're going to talk into an area of removing collection accounts, right? So we're going to talk about a strategy that I use that a lot of people in my industry are not aware of, have not used it. I pass this information on. I'm in credit repair Facebook groups. I kind of help people out that struggle with this. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what I call restrictive endorsement letters. You can Google it if you want to, right? And then I'm going to go over what I do. Again, I have a master dispute package that has all this information in there. If you're interested in it, please reach out to me. I will get this information over to you. So I'm going to pull up one of my restrictive endorsement letters. Excuse me. And I'm going to go over this and why and when you should use this letter. We're going to definitely, let me go and see what's going on while my stuff ain't popping up like it needs to. All right. So we're going to go over this. So now you have disputed this account, this collection account, no matter if it's a medical debt, it's a cell phone bill, credit card bill, whatever, but it's now with the collection company, and you disputed it 2 or 3 times. The credit bureaus are not getting on. You sent in a validation. They just sent you a copy of a bill. They're daring you to do what you need to do. Now, this is what I explain to my clients, right? I said, listen, depending on the amount of the collection, right? You have some people that say, just dispute it off. Listen, it all sounds easy. It all sounds easy, and we all heard of that. But if you really understand credit repair, it is not that easy, because those people are in to get paid. They are in to get paid. And they just ain't going to be dropping stuff off your credit report because you disputed. They not just going to drop it off, even though they know they don't have a legal right to it. Excuse me. They still not, because they got people they got to pay to work for them, and they trying to get paid. So in some cases, the credit bureaus will get it off because they don't reply to it, right? But a lot of times they're going to reply and say, yes, it's accurate. They just going to tell it's accurate, and you're going to get that, yeah, it's reported accurate. Right? You've done it a couple of times. It's just not working. But you need to get this off. You want to buy a house. You want to buy a car. You want to get a better loan. You got a loan that's a high interest rate. You want to get a better loan because you're tired of paying so much interest rate, right? So you want to get this off, and you're tired of it reporting, right? And you're not going to play with it no more. Listen, let's just go ahead and get this stuff off my credit report. So now I use what they call a restrictive endorsement letter. What is a restrictive endorsement letter? It is a contract between me and the collection agency, right? It is a written contract, right? And you're going to use a personal check. And so you're going to have the letter and a personal check. Now, if you want more information on it, reach out to me. And what you're going to do is that check is part of the binding contract that you're going to do to get that collection removed off, right? So that's what you're going to do. Now, I'm giving y'all nuggets on this because this stuff right here, I don't even like passing it out because it's so powerful. You know what I mean? But as a collector, I have a business, so as a collection agency, I pass this out, but I'm gonna help you out. But you need to understand this needs to be done correctly. You cannot slip a step because you're gonna slip up and mess up, and you're not gonna get the results. You're gonna end up paying the money and still not getting it taken off. So you have to be detailed. So what I do is, I know that they are greedy. I know that they are all about getting paid. And when they see that check, they don't care what I wrote on the back of that check. They're going to endorse that check and they're going to cash it. Right. And that's the key. When they cash that check, they have agreed to your terms and conditions. I've had people say, oh, that don't work. That's not work. Yes, it's no different than if you're with your neighbor and you buy something from your neighbor and you wrote down the terms and agreement and they followed that terms and agreement and paid, you have a legal binding contract. Think about that. So even if they say, nope, we didn't. Yes, it's a legal binding contract. Now, if I need to get a consumer lawyer and go to court, I'm going to go to court, but I'm going to ask for arbitration. Remember, arbitration is a powerful tool. Why? Because the credit bureaus are going to have to pay for the arbitration, not you. And they are not cheap. It's all about strategies. It's all about, that's why I say I'm successful in what I do, because I look for different strategies. I talk to consumer lawyers. If it's on YouTube and there's the deal with debt collection and I send them in, I give them a copy of what I do. I said, would this work? And give them a yes, it will work. If you have to, yes, because you just created a binding contract. So what I do, so my letters will say, along this line, this is a good faith attempt to settle a debt and remove from all credit reporting agencies. My name, the last four of my social is an attempt to settle this debt in good faith attempt. I am submitting a check for such and such amount to the collection company name in a good faith letter to settle this debt and remove this debt from TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit report. By the collection company endorsing and depositing this check for a deposit only, collection company name agrees to settle this debt with the account number, which is reporting on my TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. By the collection company name endorsing this check for deposit only, the collection company name agrees to settle this debt and remove this debt from TransUnion, Experian, Equifax reports. You know what's so powerful? You're going to write that statement on the back of the check. Now, I'm giving y'all nuggets today. Giving y'all nuggets. That's why you should be following me. That's why you should be subscribing to my channel, because I'm giving you real nuggets to get your stuff fixed. Some people don't want to go through the process of sending in a dispute letter. That's 30 days. Then it don't come back. You send in another dispute letter. Then it don't come back. And then you send in a letter you waste 90 days, 120 days you fighting to get this stuff off, and this don't come off. This can get done in less than 30 days. If you get it out, do what you got to do. They deposit it, because when you see that check hit your bank account, you're going to get a copy of it. You're going to go to your bank, get a copy of the front. You're going to get a copy of the back. Before you mail it out, you're going to mail out the letter that you have. I have this letter. It's more information that you need to be putting on there. So if you're interested, come talk to me. You're going to take a picture of the check with this letter, the letter you send. You're going to turn the back over, take a picture of it. You're going to send it certified mail. You're going to show your green receipt where you send it certified mail. You're going to take a picture. You're going to have that for your records. When they cash a check, you're going to go to the bank. You're going to get a copy of that check front and back. You're going to get a copy front and back. And then you're going to turn around when they don't. I have a follow-up letter. I have a follow. That's why you want to get with this package. You get the first letter, a follow-up letter. You get the instructions. You get all of that plus a ton of other stuff. But if you just want that, I sell just that package right there. right? And then you got a follow-up letter letting them know that you agreed to a legal binding contract between me and you. You cast a check that had all the terms and agreements on the back of that check. Now, please remove this from my credit report. If you don't, then I have to seek out further information. I always say I'm going to seek out and contact a consumer lawyer, take my paperwork to them. This shows all the steps I did, what you agreed to, my checks, all of that. And then I'm going to request that we can get arbitration to settle this. And them collection come to be like, it ain't even worth it. It ain't worth going to court for that little extra money. They didn't pay us, right? So let's just go ahead, take it off and be done with it and move on. Now, what I tell people, now we're going to get into the amounts. Listen, a consumer lawyer, because I'm not walking into a courtroom trying to act like I know everything and make one slip up and lose my court case. I'm just going to pay the money. I'm going to pay people that professionally know what they're doing, that have a good track record to beat. That's what I'm going to do. If you have a question and you need somebody, I definitely, can try to refer you to somebody who could refer you to somebody and go that route. But I always tell my clients, a consumer lawyer is going to cost you, when it comes to a case, between $1,200 and $1,800, right? Somewhere along that line, you depending on where you live, it could you probably find somebody cheaper, but along that line. Now, if a collection account is $500, does it make sense to get paid $1,200 to get a $500? Don't make sense. You're losing money, right? So this is what makes this strategy so important, because now you can be your own consumer lawyer, create a contract between you and see if they take it. Now, you may have a collection company, say your account is $500 and you send them a check for $200, because it also say in the letter, if the collection company will not accept the terms of an agreement by endorsing this check and depositing this check for deposit only, please return the check to the above address. If the terms of an agreement has been accepted, please send a receipt and a letter stating all terms and agreements have been accepted. And then there's what they call a pay endorsement requirement on this letter too. So I'm saying there's other information on this letter, so you don't want to slip on it, right? So you're going to say that. So if they don't send the check back and they cash, you could say, I also stated if you're not going to accept it, send the check back. You didn't even do that. You didn't even follow the instructions. Did you read the letter? Now you're going up and I'm just saying just what I would think if I go up and show this to a judge, this is everything I've done to make sure it's a clear understanding. They had the information. They just was negligent and didn't read over what I was asking for. So why should I? It's no doubt in my mind that you would win, right? So, but you have to follow those steps. But back to the money. If it's $500, does it make sense to pay that amount of money, $500 or $1,200 or $1,500 to get a $500 or $800? So no. So that $500, I'm only going to send them 50%. I always start off with 50% unless it is less than $200. If it's less than $200, I'll just send in the whole $100. I don't want to play with them over a small amount of money. I'm just going to go ahead and pay them and get it off my credit report, because every month it shows that you can't increase your credit score. You're losing money anyway. You're losing money anyway. You got bad car loans, bad personal loans. You're losing money anyway. The faster you get out there, the faster you can get that score up, the faster you can get out them bad debts, bad loans, and put more money in your pocket. Time is money. Always remember that. Time is money. So if you don't think that, that's where our thought process is what hurt us. We think we got time. We don't have time. The older you get, the less time you got to reach your financial goals. So you ain't got time to be playing with these jokers. Get it off, improve your score, get out of bad loans, bad car loans, and then turn around and improve and start investing in yourself. I'm telling you, I'm preaching the gospel right now. So at that point, now, if it's over $1,800 or over $1,500, I'm not paying you that type of money. Now you can still use the restrictive endorsement and say, well, it's 1,500. I'm gonna send them 750. That's half of it, right? I'm gonna try that first. But if you got those high and you like, I don't want to pay them jokers, they're gonna have to prove to me. Then yes, I tell my clients, take them to court. But if you don't want to deal with that, let's do this restrictive endorsement letter. Let's make a settlement. Let's get this stuff off your credit report, right? So I'm telling you, it works. I'm telling you, it works. Do it all the time with my clients, right? So these are the two strategies that I want to talk about today. Again, if you want this information, I do have a master dispute package, right? It's only $50 and had tons of information. Look in the description, email me, right? Because I want to explain this package to you in an email, or we could have a phone consultation going over everything about this package, because I want you to be confident in what you buy. I've never had anybody complain. Every person, 100% of the time that I've sent this out, has not complained about this package, right? I get people be like, wow, it's a lot of information in here. Yes, because anybody knows me, I am detailed and I will dig. You know, I did 20 years in the military. I dig because I'm just trained to do that. Any stone unturned is a stone that could trip you and you fall and bust your head, right? So I'm all about getting that done. So, but if you're interested, hit the description, email me. Let's talk about it. If you just want this package, that's all you want, because you got a couple collection accounts you just want to get off. You know, that's the only thing really hurting. This package, small amount, doesn't even cost much to get these letters, and then you can go to work. Comes with instructions, come with the first restrictive endorsement letter. If they act the fool and act like they don't good, you got to follow up to get on them, to let them know, I don't think you want me to take it to the next level, basically. And then get this negative stuff off your credit report. All right. Get this stuff off. Let's rock. Let's get them 700 credit score. Let's go out and get these good loans. Let's open up business. Let's go ahead and start using our credit to leverage our credit to put more money in our pocket. Shoot, I get excited about all this stuff because I live it every day and I'm happy. I'm about to start, when this weather start changing, I'm going to change my venue. I'm going to start probably doing these out in the backyard with the pool and all that stuff, and just start showing a little better scenery than up in here in this office in here. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all. Now, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the bell for notification. Please leave a message. I'm telling you, I am leaving y'all some good information. Don't slip on it. Don't let nobody tell you it don't work, because I'm proving testimony and I'm passing this on to you, right? So I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I'll be coming back today. I got some investment videos to get out to y'all. I know it's been a lot of red days, people complaining, I've lost money, but you know what? I know how the stock market gonna work. It's gonna flip, and I'm just building out those positions so I can blow that up. So the end of March, I am gonna be going over my whole portfolio, showing you what my gains are, showing you what I'm investing in, what we're doing, all of that. I did a video yesterday just on the state of the stock market, what you should be doing. Think about it. Check that video out. But hey, I'm here. So this is Larry with Invest and Build Your Credit and Wealth. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for hanging and rocking with me. But anyway, I'm out here to help y'all. So, hey, y'all have a blessed day. And I'll be back in a minute with some investment tips. Thank you.